Well, welcome back. We're glad that you stuck with us. We have another wonderful segment. We are here to talk about HOSA. And HOSA is an organization in our high schools that is for future health professionals, kids that are interested in the health field. And it is a big part of our career and technical education department in our school district. This past summer, we had students from Kingwood High School and K Park High School that competed in a national HOSA competition, and there were over 7,000 students that were at this competition. And today we have with us 3 people here to talk about that. We have Marley Morris, welcome. Marley is the director of our Career and Technical Education Department within the district. And we have Betsy Williams, and she is the president of HOSA at Kingwood High School. And we have Christopher, can you pronounce your last name for me?
Saito.
Saito. Christopher Saito, who is the president of HOSA at K Park High School.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you guys tell us about the conference?
Well, this year our conference was in Orlando, Florida. Of course, you said there were more than 17,000 people. It was a really big conference, and this is the first year that I've ever went, but it was very interesting to see so many people there pretty much having the same goals as we all. It was a common goal that we all had, to be somewhere in the medical field, and it was very interesting to talk to them all and to see other new stuff that we could find in like the symposium that they had, and all the events that they did was really interesting.
And I understand you guys came back with quite a list of accomplishments from the conference.
Yeah, this was my second year going, and this year I competed in a healthcare agent exam, and I won at nationals. And so hearing your name like called on that speaker and going up on the stage in front of everyone there, and have everyone that you know personally, like your friends that are there, and everyone from your state all cheering for you like crazy, is the best feeling in the entire world. It's indescribable.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, it's awesome. Amazing.
So this is actually an exam that you took and you were graded on, or how? Explain that a little bit.
Well, every day you read articles about medical innovations that are happening daily, and then you have to take a test on it where it asks you questions like, what is happening here, is with that, and you also write an essay, and then they grade the essay, and whoever does good enough wins.
Well, and that's a big deal, because that's national.
Yeah.
I mean, you're competing against everyone in the country.
Yeah. And it's really nice, even though you're competing against each other, everyone at nationals is so nice, because I love HOSA kids. We're all just a big bunch of like nerds, and everyone has such a huge sense of loyalty. Like,
okay, Chris, do you think you're a bunch of nerds too, or do you agree?
Much.
Okay. I was like, okay, but I want Chris to be able to refute that if he's. Yeah.
Anyone in the area that's wearing a suit and is a teenager, you can just talk to them and they'll be friends with you. It's pretty great.
That's awesome. Marley, let me ask you. So, just generally. Our health sciences programs in career and technical education, at least from my perspective, have been unbelievably successful and award-winning in lots of ways. Talk a little bit about the different programs that are offered, and I think this is good news, the popularity among students.
Oh yes, absolutely. We've got fantastic teachers, and because of their loyalty, their hard work, producing students like we see on the show today, and what we have in our area too, with Lone Star College so close, and their focus is health science, or one of their many is health science, and so as a result, with the demand going in our area, we have students that are rightfully looking at that in the area to pursue in a career interest. So absolutely, we have, they're both in health science, and with that they can take other courses like medical terminology, fun classes like that, anatomy and physiology. But then also students who want to pursue even further, they can look at doing a pharmacy technician licensure. They can actually get that, they can take that exam with us here in Humble ISD, along with certified nursing assistants program that we offer. Before they graduate high school, they can get both of those licenses and be able to serve our community. So a lot of times when you go into the pharmacies around our area, you will meet our kids. You just may not know that you're interacting with our kids, current and past students. It's quite astonishing and satisfying to know that our kids are going immediately into our area to serve our community.
That is, yeah. There's really nothing more cool. And I've got to say to you that some of us at our age, we appreciate your interest in health science, and you're considering that as a career.
So tell me about some of the benefits, Chris, that you found being a member and obviously now in charge of HOSA.
Well, being president of HOSA, that's definitely a bunch of responsibility.
Sure.
But I've been in HOSA for 2 years now, and it's probably the most amazing thing that's happened to me in high school. It's so cool to do all the stuff that we do. We have field trips. We serve the community. We go to retirement homes for Thanksgiving dinners. We get to serve them. 2 years ago, we went to a field trip, and we actually got to see the blood bank and a life flight helicopter take off from the Memorial Hermann Hospital, I believe. It was really interesting, and I never really would have thought to become a doctor, but HOSA really opened my eyes to something new. And
So is that your goal?
yes, ma'am.
So you want to be a doctor? Any particular type?
I've been thinking about becoming a physician assistant, because that's what my cousin told me pretty much to do.
That's okay.
That's okay. Families
like
usually
it.
do offer good
Yeah.
advice. So, how about you, Betsy? What do you see in your future?
Oh, well, hopefully a lot. I want to be a pediatrician now because I've met some pediatricians and they tell me that they really like their work. I used to want to be a neurosurgeon, but going more toward pediatrics now. And this HOSA has been incredibly helpful. Like another one of the events I competed in, HOSA Bowl, you pretty much have to know every single thing there is to know about the medical field. So that's going to help me a lot when I go to medical school and in college, stuff like that. And then the other event, the healthcare exam, since you read the news every day, you're always up to date on the new innovations. So if someone's having a conversation about new things that are coming out, you can have an intelligent conversation with them about that. And that's a really great skill to have, I think.
It is. It absolutely is.
Now, at K Park, I hear you guys are hosting a conference in the spring. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. This is Area 6 conference, actually, and we'll have about approximately 1,500 students coming. And they're going to do the same thing pretty much at National. They're going to compete, but we also have some other events, like we might have like a dance in the end. We might have like kind of like games, little workshops maybe. We'll have a speaker. It'll be really interesting. Bunch of students, kind of like nationals, but on a smaller scale, and just around the Houston area, and we're looking forward to it. We're getting ready to be able to have all of them there and hopefully have a good time.
So you had a busy year cut out for you.
Yes, ma'am.
But a good one.
A very good one. It sounds exciting, very much so.
Well, congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
That's awesome to sit in the role of president and really head up organizations that have been so successful, but now, thanks to your work and commitment, making them even more successful. So thank you to both of you.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, Dr. Morris, great work as always.
Thank you.
We've got the best CAPE programs in the country.
We absolutely do. Stay with us. We'll be right back.